1945-ish, maybe 46.
45.
Okay, 45.
Yeah. This is before she's disappeared, right?
Oh, right.
So it would still be 45 because she disappeared in 45.
Right. 1945. Will and Grace been seeing each other for a little while. Crappy night at the hospital. And she's, as Will's leaving, maybe, sees her sitting on the bench that they sat in their meet cute outside the hospital.
He he'll walk up to her, kind of stand next to the bench. Hey, you doing okay?
She's she's sitting, she's changed into her high heels that she wears to leave the hospital.
Oh, Grace.
And I think she's smoking, sitting on the bench and smoking. I'm fine.
Fine.
Do you want to sit down?
Yeah, you got another one of those?
Sure. And she hands you a cigarette and a lighter.
So he'll sit down next to her and light up too. Smoking is bad, kids.
But not when you're already dead.
And they didn't know how bad it was yet.
And they thought it was fine.
They thought it was great for you.
Actually, good for you.
The PR was saying, you know? Cigarettes, like great PR.
How was your night?
No, not one of the better ones. I didn't really see you much.
Yeah, I was busy.
Yeah. One of those nights.
One of those nights. Doing a lot of back and forth for Dr. Marks.
Yeah. That guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
How often do you work with him?
It's hard to say. Not terribly often, luckily.
That's good.
I don't think he likes working with me very much.
That's probably a good thing.
Probably.
He's probably very intimidated by you.
That's probably it.
Mm,
What about you? Are you intimidated by me?
sometimes. Is that a bad thing?
No, I think it's good.
Yeah.
What about the other doctors? Anyone else intimidated by me?
Couple of them. Although they would never admit it. I can tell though.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that you really should have their job instead of them, so
Someday. Maybe.
someday. Someday it's gonna happen, I'm telling you.
Maybe.
So you hang out on this bench a lot after your shift?
It's a nice bench.
It is a very nice bench.
I do tend
Nice.
to sit here.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I never really even noticed this bench until more recently. But
Wow.
yeah,
I don't know. It's nice to sit and kind of leave things here before going home.
it's a part of your process.
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds healthy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have a
So you didn't
process?
what?
Do you have a process?
Not really. I mean, I should. I mean, I ride my bike. That's puts me in the zone, you know. So I guess that is my process.
Mm.
Yeah. And if I need to, I take the long way home, you know.
Yeah.
Guess I was just curious if this bench thing has been a standing thing or if it just I don't know if maybe you're waiting around for somebody recently.
Oh, I don't know. Would that be endearing or pathetic?
That would be very endearing.
Then maybe
I
I've
would
been
say,
waiting around for you.
yeah. I would say I'm a pretty lucky guy then. Pretty lucky fella.
Man, it was quite a night.
Why don't you tell me about it?
No, that's not part of the process.
Oh,
I need to leave it.
you need to leave it, but I think it would help you leave it better if you could talk about it with me,
No.
because I can, you know, confirm, validate all your feelings.
My feelings are all very valid.
I know, but isn't it
I think you should take my mind off of it.
okay? How do I do that?
I don't know. Tell me something.
Tell you something.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, I'm pretty old, Grace.
I know. So
Can you
you have
narrow it
plenty
down
to
for
choose
me? Like,
from. Tell me a story.
I'm no good at telling stories.
I'm sure you're passable.
Passable, right? So once upon a time, there was.
There
Is
was.
that is that the kind of story you wanted?
I don't know. I don't know what comes next.
Hmm. Do I have to be in this story?
I mean, I'd like for you to be.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm one of your favorite characters.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I want to know about your life.
About my life. Hmm. A story about me. Hmm. Can you give me a time period that you're looking for?
Oh, this is so bizarre.
I know this is Kindred Life.
I'm not used to it yet. Uh, what's what was your favorite time period?
Oh man,
Or
my
your least
favorite time.
favorite?
Hmm. I feel like the most familiar, but also the hardest one was my own time period. You know, because I was still there, and all my people were still there. Well, most of my people were still there, and they were right there, and I couldn't be with them. You know, so that was really hard.
Yeah. I guess that's the period that I'm in right now.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough one. I mean, You lose everything. Everything that you, I don't know, a lot of person's life is the people they have around them, you know? And that's all different. I think it made it harder because my sister was gone, you know? And I had to watch my mom lose two kids, not just one.
I'm sure that was hard.
Yeah, it was very hard for her. I ended up going back to her with Anna. And my mother was a very faithful woman, very God fearing woman. So I guess we kind of manipulated her a little bit, but it was for her own comfort.
What did you do?
Um, well, I went back and I got to talk to her. And I freaked her out at first, but Anna was able to kind of calm her down, and we were able to convince her that I was a ghost and that I was just coming to say goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah, and I told her that my sister was okay. So it
Wow.
was, yeah, it was. I don't know. I hope it brought her something.
Did it bring you anything?
I think it brought me some peace, you know, a little bit more closure.
Yeah. Well, that sounds nice.
Nice question mark. What?
I don't know. I don't know how to describe that experience.
It's a weird experience. I mean, you said a story. You didn't
Yeah,
specify
that was
quite a story.
yeah, it was quite a story. Wow.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. You have a very interesting life. I like hearing about it.
I'd rather hear about your life.
My life's not interesting.
I don't think that's true at all.
It's shorter.
Hey, you can pack a mean punch into a small space, let me tell you.
I suppose that's true.
A story for a story.
A story for a story. Well, what do you want a story about?
I want one starring Grace. She's
Okay.
my favorite character.
Naturally.
Hmm. She's a great protagonist. Very strong, very smart, independent.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous.
Any other requirements for your story?
Mm, let's see. No. Said I don't want to make you talk about anything you don't want to talk about, you know?
Like what? What do you think I don't want to talk about?
I mean, I don't know, you're a very mysterious person to me. I would love to hear you talk about anything, but you said you served, so that some people don't want to talk about that, though. But I'm kind of curious to.
I don't mind talking about that.
No?
Doesn't bother me.
All right. So, tell me a story about when you were serving over in the war.
Well, I'm sure my stories are much less exciting than yours.
You'll let me be the judge of that.
All right, I'll let you be the judge of that. You have quite a few wars to compare it to, though, so don't get your
It's
hopes
true.
up. What's my greatest story? A lot of them aren't very exciting. A lot of comforting people. A lot of packing wounds and packing people.
Yeah.
That part's not good or bad, just it is. You know.
Yeah.
I did get to do a lot of things, though. IVs.
Yeah. Nice.
Very
Which, I
exciting.
mean, were you a doctor before this? Like, did you already go to medical school, or is this before medical school?
I was a doctor before this, but obviously not enlisted as a doctor.
Right.
But things were different. They needed more help. So nurses
Yeah.
got to do a lot more. I did do a tracheotomy on someone once.
That's exciting.
It was exciting, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to make it, but he did.
But he did.
Yeah,
Well done, Dr. Reek.
thank you. Yeah, our plane crashed and had to make do with the garbage that we had. But
Wow.
he made it.
You survived a crash and then used the rubble to save a soldier's life.
Yeah,
But then when I asked if you served, you just said, "Oh yeah, I did my part.
I
It's
did do my part.
Just did my part." That's really that's really badass.
I guess.
I've never survived a crash.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's not
Yeah.
that fun.
And you were still human,
Yeah, sort of.
sort of.
It was gold.
Ah, but still,
Still.
that's impressive.
Yeah. It was fun. No, you're not supposed to say that, but it was fun.
No, I get it. There's a thrill when you can save somebody
Yeah.
that you really shouldn't be able to.
Yeah. And
Rush.
I don't know, I liked the control. Working in the field hospitals was just a lot of this.
Assholes telling you what to do.
Yeah. So I liked to not be in that situation.
Yeah.
First class of flight nurses.
That's impressive. You just keep getting more interesting by the minute, Grace.
Well, don't set your expectations too high.
Too late. Why do you not think you're interesting?
I don't know.
Have you never had anyone be interested in your story before?
I've never told anyone my story before.
Why is that?
I don't know. I've never met someone that I wanted to know it.
That's very nice.
I want you to know it.
I want to know it. So I guess it's good we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Why do you want me to know it?
I don't know. I think that you're interesting.
I'm interesting.
Yes.
I don't think I'm that interesting.
Well, you are dead
Mm-hmm.
and
Very dead. Yep.
a doctor,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you've been a soldier since the Civil War.
I have.
That's pretty interesting.
I guess it is kind of interesting, huh?
It is.
I still got all my uniforms and stuff.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
Sweet, interesting, sad.
Maybe a little sad.
Yeah.
I get it
I don't
though.
know. I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of them, you know?
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. My favorite.
Which one
Hmm.
looks the best?
Depends on what your type is.
Which one do you think I will like the best?
I don't know. I mean, I've been an officer, so they're all pretty fun, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there's something about the original uniform you put on, you know?
Sure.
It meant something to. And it sucks I had to fight that battle, but I don't know. And when I first put that uniform on, I felt like I could do something to help, you know?
Yeah.
Felt like I was on the right side. Was doing the right thing. I was young. I was so young.
How old were you?
How old was I? 21. I was in my 20s. It's a fresh-faced doctor. Just wanting to prove myself. My father was a doctor too. He passed away when I was 12. But I wanted to do him proud, you know?
Yeah. I can't imagine you alive.
Why is that so hard?
I don't know.
Just, a little less pale. Had a heartbeat. That was really,
Mm-hmm.
I miss having a heartbeat. But heartbeats give away a lot. So maybe it's better that I don't have one anymore.
Yeah? Why is that?
So, might go through the roof here when you're around.
Well, I'd be in the same boat.
That's good to know.
So it's a good thing we're both dead.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Young Will.
Young Will was very wide-eyed and optimistic, but the war snuffed that right out of me pretty quick.
You think you're not optimistic now?
Not compared to what I was.
Wow.
I know for Kindred I am extremely optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm just hopeful, you know?
Yeah.
I assume shit's gonna happen, but I'm always hoping that this one time it won't, that I'll get the break, that I'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I did go to this dance and got a lucky break there.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. So,
Things are looking up
obviously,
for you.
it's justified, Maybe
Yeah.
if I hadn't hoped, you wouldn't have showed up. And then
Maybe.
where would I be?
Maybe. Where
You'd
would
be
I be?
sitting out here all alone on this bench with no one to talk to.
Yeah.
That would be very sad.
Or quiet.
It would be a lot more quiet, yeah.
Peaceful.
Or
Just
maybe,
kidding.
maybe I would notice you though.
Maybe.
You're pretty hard not to notice.
I probably would have caught you. Anyway, even if we hadn't met. It would have just been a little more awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do miss flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you miss about it?
I don't know. The physical experience. The challenge.
Yeah.
The stress.
You like to be stressed?
I like to be engaged. What?
No, I just very fascinated. I'm trying to picture you in flight.
Well, maybe
It's
I'll
a good.
try my uniform on for you someday.
Oh, you still have yours?
Yeah.
Hmm. I would like to see that.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We did get pants, so that was nice.
Hey. How
Eventually.
progressive.
It took a while.
Wait, you had to wear skirts to be on a.
In the beginning, it was not
What?
conducive to working.
Who came up with that idea? It had to be a man.
It definitely was a man.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So, who got it changed?
I don't even know. Everyone was in uproar about it.
They're just pants.
Yes, but, you know, part of the role was giving hope, which came in the form of attractive women.
You're attractive just by existing. It doesn't matter what you're wearing.
Oh, well, tell the Army Corps that.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter.
I'm sure that would go over well.
Yeah. I'm a captain, so
It's not that impressive.
what, being a captain? No, it's not that impressive. But not to people in the military, but to other people, they're like, "Oh, you're a captain."
Are people impressed by that?
I don't know. I mean, when I'm in uniform, I feel like people are just
Well, that's just
automatically impressed.
because you look very good.
Yeah. I think that's the only reason.
I think it's a large portion of it.
Mm. So the uniform does a lot of heavy lifting, is what you're telling me.
Oh, definitely.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Nah. I'll accept that. So how long were you in flight?
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Not enough time.
When did you come back?
Last year.
That must have been hard.
Yeah, I came back and, was embraced right after that, so I had other things to worry about.
I feel like that would make it worse.
Maybe. I don't have a comparison.
I suppose not. So you essentially got demoted since, you were the person in charge. So you got demoted and had to be oversaw on everything. And then you also had the whole, like, beast thing you had to learn how to deal with at the same time. That
Yeah,
sounds like a lot. How did you deal with that?
it was a lot.
Yeah. You can't talk to your family or your friends from your human life.
Yeah.
Who'd you talk to about all this?
Well, I'm talking to you.
Is this the first you're talking about it?
I guess.
Wow. Do you have like a journal or something? You can write it down. That's just like, there's a lot.
I think about it.
What do you think about when you think about it?
I think about the things I did. And hope that I can do again someday.
Someday, Grace. really want to give you opportunities. It's really tempting. I know you'd never say yes, but
Please don't, William.
you sure?
Yeah. I don't like handouts.
It's not a handout. You're
And
qualified.
there's the masquerade to consider.
Right. If you change your mind, just say the word, okay?
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You know what would really take my mind off this?
What's that? A ride on my motorcycle?
Oh, definitely not.
Hmm.
No, I was thinking you
Mm-hmm.
taking me home
Mm-hmm.
and showing me all of your uniforms.
Well, lucky for you, that could be rearranged.
Little fashion show.
Okay. So I should do some modeling.
Definitely.
Maybe I can add that to my resume.
Mm.
A model.
I think you'd be a great model.
Should put me in the magazines and all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I rode my motorcycle.
I can drive myself to your house.
Yeah. You sure you
I'm
don't
not
want to
riding your
go?
motorcycle, William.
What's wrong with my motorcycle?
I don't like it.
Why not?
It's too
fun.
fast.
Your car's fast,
Yes, but it's much more protected.
but you're dead.
I just don't want to.
Someday,
Perhaps.
perhaps. Okay. I'll sign up for that for now.
Okay.
All right. So then I'll meet you at my place.
I'd love that.
All
Are you
right.
going to let me walk to my car by myself?
Oh, no. I'm a gentleman as well, so I'd have to walk you to the car.
Okay.
And
Well,
he stands up and he offers his arm.
she takes your arm.
And where did you park?
At the back.
Why'd you park so far away?
It's like taking the long way.
In those shoes?
What's wrong with my shoes?
They're very tall. Like, isn't that hard to walk all that way in those
No.
heels?
It's not.
Okay. Should I carry you out there?
Please don't.
Carry you. Why not?
Because
be
I
fun.
can walk.
Well, yeah. I know you can walk.
She
but,
like drags you, like walks faster.
Well, drive safe.
You too.
You know where you're going.
I do.
Okay. I'll follow behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. See if you really do know where you're going.
Okay. And she gets in the car, closes the door, and goes
He runs on over to his
to
motorcycle.
Will's apartment. We made it to another reference.